I need some W. I absolutely need W.
Absolutely.
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 Absolutely diddly. Oh, I might have to drink some tonight. Actually, I'm late starting the show, but I kind of want to go run and go get it.
Go run. Use your legs.
Hurry. Stop talking.
Okay,
More walking.
I'm going.
Move your lack of ass. Jeez.
Hey, James, now that we're alone.
Hey,
So,
finally he's gone from the
right? We finally get to take over.
show. Change the graphics, change all the music.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, and it can be the James and Jen show.
Yes, I like that.
There we go. You know, we'll do some
James and
kicky, like
Jen.
little, like, you know, I'll say, and he's James and she's Jen. Okay, stop talking.
Nope. No sideshow here.
I heard the whole thing. I mean, you're trying to hide it from me, but you're not hiding anything. All right. Let's get this thing started.
Distance nerding.
What it do?
Gentlemen,
Hello.
what is up, everybody? It is time. It is Tuesday. We are here with tacos because it's Taco Tuesday. And you know what that means. You are now watching and listening and experiencing Distance Nerding.
Part of the Comic-Con Radio podcast family.
Her perfect curl is looking to get a movie deal. It's Jen from Frey Comics.
He's the Malcolm in our middle,
Mhm.
the gooey center. It's Jahmez 5000.
And he wears red and blue underoos for his nine shows. It's Young Phil.
Don't judge me.
And we're here to nerd
together.
Nailed it.
I'm so sorry. I had something in my throat and I could not participate tonight. I apologize.
We almost had it. It was almost like an old episode.
Almost. But
So I am just so, I have to say this because I am so impressed that Se Wong is so obsessed with how Chris Evans is younger than me. Like he's just so obsessed with that. And I'm like, dude, it's been like a week. Okay?
he's like your Van Helsing. He's hunting you down.
he's like really like he's like, okay, look, I finally found her. I will be the one. It's like Highlander all over again.
He's got a stake in his hand. He's ready to do some things.
I thought I killed all of them off.
Yeah, exactly.
Megan said better blue underoos than brown, and I agree.
Oh, that's okay. We're talking about underoos. Speaking of, we're talking about anything pop culture, news, movies, food, music, wrestling, comics, Comic-Cons, whatever you're nerding out on, we want to talk about it.
Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us on all the social media places, on the Instagram, the Facebook, the Twitter, I guess Twitter still, Twitch, Threads, YouTube, Discord. We're now on Blue Sky. Yeah, that's right. Do that.
Bluey, we're on the Bluey?
We're on the Bluey. At Distance Nerding.
Well, blue is the new black.
Blue is the new black. That's right.
But
ladies and gentlemen,
speaking of new black,
you can email. Oh, he got the black and white. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, you can email us at dist.
remember underoos? I used to wear underoos. I think I had Batman underoos.
If you would like to speak about underoos, I had version 1 underoos, okay?
you had Gen 1, you had version 1.
I had generation 1 underoos, the ones that were flammable. I had those MFers.
Hey, since Shadoo's not here, can you just go raid his closet? Does he still have his kid underoos in his closet somewhere?
They're packed away. Yeah, they're packed away. And he was more into like the pajamas, so he had like pajama bottoms mostly.
I was gonna say, did they still have underoos 19 years ago?
No, they did. It had just started coming back when he was a kid. So
Okay.
If underoos made like
to give him like 2 years, he was 2.
yeah.
If underoos made like a Dungeons and Dragons cloak, he'd wear an underoos Dungeons and Dragons cloak.
Yeah.
I mean, he would wear that.
Definitely
now.
would.
We'd all wear that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nerding at AOL.com, and we will read it live on air, even if it's 10 minutes after we did the bit. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right into this because you have now stumbled onto, there are new people in the chat right now. You have now stumbled onto the best, more than likely worst kept secret on the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now watching The Download.
All right.
All right.
Yahoo.
Well, let's jump right into this because this week on deck, we've got the Geek End update.
Con season is coming. Oh my gosh. I just saw a post.
It's already starting, and I feel like we just ended it.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Starting rumors.
Is a new MCU baddie about to make a debut?
Yeah.
Devil too.
What's happening?
Jen turned into the devil. It's been a while since we've had this.
Oh, is it? Oh. Okay, I'll be right back.
No, keep it. It's amazing.
That is the weirdest thing. Oh my god.
What does that sound like? God, that sounds like some kind of devil thing. Anyway, keep it going.
Of course, we're gonna end it on the download.
Look up. It's all the nerd news. Is it tomorrow? Is tomorrow the trailer? Thursday.
No,
Thursday.
Thursday's
Yeah,
the trailer.
Thursday.
She's
I wasn't even here, and I know what you guys are talking about.
What is going on? She's still the devil.
No, I'm not. Am I really? God.
No, leave it. It's fun.
It's fine.
No, it's
Leave it.
not. And I can't hear it, so I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
And I
it's
can't,
good.
so I can't make it even more evil.
good.
All right, I'll be right back. Maybe. Yes, I'll be back.
Beelzebub, it's so weird.
It's kind of creepy, but in a fun way.
I know. If she still has it, she's keeping it. We're not saying anything.
All right, let's keep it going. Keep it going.
Hey, well, before we get into all that, of course, ladies and gentlemen, but first, let me get a shout out.
Shout out to Dubby. Dubby, it is an emerged. It's about to emerge. It's going to emerge.
It has emerged.
Brand of energy drink that helps you focus, helps you get concentration, helps you your reaction time with no jitters or crash, no maltodextrin, sugars, fillers, artificial colors, or dyes, but is keto friendly. Dubby contains neurofactor to help give your brain focus and clarity, and 150 milligrams of the caffeine and 3 essential B vitamins.
What are those B vitamins again?
All
God,
these.
I think it was B6, B3, B6, B12.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
It's not a quiz show. Ooh, slow down, nerds. B vitamins to help you stay alert and energized. Find out more at w.gg. Use code NERDING10 for 10% off. Get that holiday dubby. Get some holiday dubby in your life.
Yeah. I'm just throwing this out there. If we ever did like distance nerding trivia, that would be a question. Like,
Oh yeah.
what B vitamins are in W?
Right, yeah. It
There
would
you
have
go.
to be something like that and be like, why did we name the episode of, Phil's eye candy?
Oh God.
Like, and you'd have to know the story. Like that stuff.
Yeah. Why is the name of the episode Phil's Eye Candy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I was wearing a muscle shirt that day. And
Well, don't give away the answers.
talking about the guns. It's the gun show.
All right, easy. Cue the next thing. And do the thing.
All right. I'm doing the thing.
Do the thing, and then we'll do the rest of it.
It's time for the Geekend Update.
Distance Nerding is on Comic-Con Radio. Look for Distance Nerding podcast, even this episode at some point. And our second show, A Comic Conversation, each week on comiccon-radio.com. Look for it. We'll pop it in the chat. I'll pop it in the chat. You're doing things with your fingers. I'm going to pop it in the chat. I'm popping.
Lick my fingers just for you, James.
There you go.
Pop that in the chat.
Sandra Betty saying, why did we name the episode One More Malort?
Right? Yeah.
There you go. So we mentioned it earlier, con season. It's almost con season. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's here. It felt like it just ended, but
Poor Ricardo Montalban.
okay.
Oh my God, we need to do something called like Con with just people just coming to like you free entrance if you come cosplaying as Khan.
Yeah.
As Khan Noonien Singh.
Oh, I was thinking Fantasy Island. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't understand what's happening.
Wait, Ricardo Montalban, and I don't understand. Why are you calling it Con with Ricardo Montalban? What does that mean? I don't understand that. And it's like
That's a different thing. That's like those S&M clubs.
Is there going to be a Love Boat crossover?
Love Boat.
You guys don't get it. Anyway, con season. SAC Anime Winter 2025 is right around the corner. Holy crap. It's like 3 weeks away.
Yeah.
Is it 3? Maybe 2. 3 weeks.
It's about 3 weeks. Yeah.
Holy cow. Right around the corner. January 3rd through the 5th. Right here in Sacramento. Frey, come on out.
Yeah, Frey.
Yeah, come on out. Anyway, tons of guests. Check out. I was just looking at their guests that they're bringing, so like the voice actors and celebs. So many actors are coming. So they have cast from Demon Slayer, Naruto, Borderlands, Mass Effect, Amazing Digital Circus, who including Lizzie Freeman, who you know very well and interviewed.
Yeah.
Dan to Dan, My Hero Academia, so much more. And then featuring, they're going to have Christopher Sabat and Sean Schemmel from Dragon Ball Z.
That's like 90% of like the voice cast on Dragon Ball right there.
I know. That's crazy. You'll like this one. Harry Belden and Ian Cardoni from Rick and Morty. So Rick and Morty.
Yeah, the new Rick and Morty.
Yay.
Will be there. How cool is that? That'll be kind of fun. You get to see the new Rick and Morty.
I mean, it's not as cool as Snake Jazz, but it's okay.
It's not as cool. And then
I mean, there's like a whole planet that just does Snake Jazz.
And then friend of the show.
Is my jazz.
Stop with your Snake Jazz. Friend of the show. Friend of mine, actually. She gave me a free autograph. I'm just saying that.
Okay.
Adasa from Encanto that we met over at FandomCon.
Right.
Super nice lady. She'll be at SAC Anime, so we got to go say hi.
We do have to go say hi. So we need to make sure we plan out to go see them. Oh, Wong said Troy Baker's going to be there.
Troy Baker.
That's a big deal. Troy Baker.
Yeah.
Troy Baker is the only acceptable Joker outside of Mark Hamill, and as far as voicing the Joker goes.
Well, and also, Last of Us.
Yeah, and I mean, big role in Last of Us.
Yeah, like the biggest role.
He's the main character. So
yeah.
Yes. At least
in the video game.
In the first game. At least in the first game.
Yeah.
So SAC Anime Winter 2025, January 3rd through the 5th at here in Sacramento. Say Wong, let us know if you're coming. Be nice to hang out and hook up with you. And then I haven't looked this up, but I just saw that Stockton Con Winter is in February, and Rob Paulson is going to be there.
Oh, my boy Rob, we have to go because I haven't seen Rob in almost 2 years now, man. I love Rob Paulson to death. He's one of the coolest guys in existence, and I hope he recognizes us.
There you go.
You see so many people, man.
Well, I'll do more research on Stockton Con and get more stuff on that. But I just saw it pop up and I'm like, oh, I should mention that. Rob Paulson. Hello.
It'd be cool if Rob and Maurice were there because I know they did Stockton Con like 2 years ago together. So like if Maurice is there too, and you have both Pinky and the Brain, that'd be amazing.
That would be really awesome.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for Geekend Update.
All right, well, let's jump right into the main meat of the show. Meaty. Delicious.
Meat and no taters.
Meat and no taters, because Tater's not in the room right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to start some rumors. Just got canceled in Belarus. It's fine.
I was gonna say every time I hear that song now, all I think is, "And you're banned in Belarus."
Oh my God, we should record that. And you're banned in Belarus.
Just put it right on top and like,
Yeah.
see if it... That's okay. That's kind of fun. All right. Shout out to anybody from Belarus out there.
Yeah, any listeners in Belarus and specifically in Russia, if you if you're listening, sorry, we're not sorry.
It's
yeah,
blocked.
we're.
We know we're not listening because it's blocked.
Well, let's jump into these rumors, guys.
All right, let me start it off. So let's talk some baddie news, some MCU baddie news. So Rita Ora, best known for her singing career and her growing acting career, playing Mia Gray in 50 Shades.
I had no idea that was her, and I've seen
right?
all of those movies.
I have not seen one.
Yeah.
She also had roles in Detective Pikachu and Kung Fu Panda Dragon Knight. She's since served as judge on several talent-based reality shows like X Factor and Masked Singer and The Voice. Oh my God, she's also booed up with Taika Waititi. But the rumor is that Ora has accepted a villainous role in the MCU.
Ooh.
Doesn't say what movie, doesn't say what project. Ora was at the spilling tea. Rita Ora was at the British Fashion Awards, where she was overheard chatting about her new villainous MCU role. Just chatting away, just dropping things. So talk is on the table. Is a new MCU baddie on her way?
Tacos 100% are on the table, and
Yeah.
my reasoning is because Rita Ora is just blowing up right now. Like she's appearing in more and more properties. She's an amazing actor. She's a great singer. I think that it makes sense to capitalize on her kind of rising stardom right now. And Marvel tends to do a lot of that anyways.
Well, and also with Taika. I mean, he's in good with them too. So
Right. And I was gonna say, what's funny is I was talking to Jackie yesterday about, or maybe a couple of days ago, we were talking about Rita Ora, right? And I didn't realize that she was married to Taika Waititi.
yeah.
And
It's new. They've been together for a while, but they just recently got married, from what I understand.
Oh, it's funny because Jackie didn't recognize who Taika Waititi was, and I had to start naming off everything. I was like, God, he did this, and she's like, oh yeah, no.
That's what I do to husby. Like, oh, what were we watching? We were watching something, and I said, oh, he was in this. And he goes, I have no idea what that is. And so I was like, wait, what is something I know he's seen that this guy's been in? I had to go down my little list.
Well, because Taika does more nerdy things, so it's kind of not her bag.
Yeah. And a lot of this, he's been in a lot of things as well that she might have seen, but he's so in the background and doesn't when he's acting. I mean, he's there whenever he's supposed to be the main focus of the scene, he is, but other than that you don't really see him. You know what I mean?
It's funny because I danced around it a little bit, and for a second I forgot that he played Korg. And I was like, I was doing all these things, and she made a joke about Meeks a couple seconds before that, right? And I was like, dude, he played Korg. And she goes, I don't know who that is. And I was like, Korg. I'm Korg. This is Meeks. I'm Korg. This is my friend Meeks. We're gonna steal this ship. You wanna come? And
you're literally who you're talking about right now.
And as soon as I said that, she goes, oh, okay, no, I know who that is. I was like, yeah, him, the rock guy.
He's also Ratcatcher's dad in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, not her cup of tea. So
okay.
I don't even think she watched it.
All right.
All right.
Oh, it was Steve's on. No, it wasn't Steve's on. That was another conversation. Never mind.
Anyways, my tacos are on the table. Continue, James. Sorry, I derailed us already.
Frey, do you have any tacos? Are they on the table?
Yeah, my tacos are on the table, and I really have nothing more to add.
There we go. All right, let's keep it going.
All right, let's continue on here. So, I'm on the wrong page. Sorry.
That explains so many things.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, I have like 3 different pages I have to go on, and then my mouse. Never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Explain. Yeah,
Dig that hole.
Keep explaining it.
Digging that hole.
Speaking of baddies, all this villain talk got my spidey senses tingling. My Peter tingle.
Easy.
Hey, it's canon. Green Goblin actor Willem Dafoe.
Don't call it a cannon. Easy, buddy. Nobody calls yours a cannon. All right.
Oh God. Teased the potential return during an interview with Entertainment Tonight. When asked about returning, the actor responded, "We'll see. We'll see. I could come back. Tom was great to work with, and the whole series of Spider-Man films that I did were great fun." So tacos on the table. And is Norman Osborn going to continue in the MCU?
My tacos, I want to put them on the table, but I'm hesitant to put them on the table because I think it'd be fun to have him back and see like the 616's version of Norman Osborn, but I don't think Kevin Feige is going to do that. So my tacos are off the table. Frey, what say you?
I think if he's coming back, it's for Secret Wars Doomsday.
Okay,
Like that in that area, and they can reboot Norman Osborn for the MCU's universe, and it's actually somebody else.
Yeah.
So I think that would be it would be a good send off for him playing the character, and I think it would just be a good thing all around. So yes, they're on the table.
I need him to be a white man with waves. Just
that would be dope. That would be like see that version of him. That'd be kind of fun.
You guys are ridiculous.
It'd be nice to like if they finally like paid off on the whole Sinister Six thing. I'm not saying they got to use the characters that they've put out, in the Sony Spider Verse thing.
Yeah,
but it'd be nice if they found a way to like do kind of like what they did in the last Spider-Man movie, but go balls out on it.
Yeah. I mean, with the way that we're the route that we're going, my tacos are on the table. Just because he gave us a big nothing burger with the actual comment, and everybody's kind of like taking it out of like, context. He's confirming that Green Goblin's coming. I said, well, no, he said I could come back. And
what he is saying is I'm an actor. And I would love to have a job.
I think he's more saying, Marvel, hire me again.
Yeah.
more than he's saying, more than he's saying Norman Osborn's coming back. He's just saying, hey, it'd be a good idea. You guys should, pay me to come back.
Right. That's exactly what he's saying. So, I mean, that's, and I think a lot of people they're so into the weeds with the stuff that they forget that these are people that are just, they want a job,
Right. Especially like you give them, a reason to come back. Then I want to come back on there. So,
all right.
Anybody else got any comments before we move on?
That's it. Nope.
All right. Well,
Spider-Man news.
Too bad, because Spider-Man 4 MCU or bust. Spider-Man, the OG emo teenager of Marvel Comics, was off limits to Marvel Studios for many years until a deal was struck with Sony Pictures. The agreement allowed both studios to share the wall crawler within the MCU, starting with 2016's Captain America Civil War and then 2017's Spider-Man Homecoming. As part of the deal, Kevin Feige and former Sony Pictures chief Amy Pascal produced the Tom Holland-led Spider-Man films for Sony Pictures. But it kept Holland's Peter Parker from any Sony projects not officially part of the MCU. There are certainly aspects of the deal that have been disclosed, but one thing is for sure: Sony's attempt to develop a Spider-Man spin-off franchise without Spider-Man has been horrible. And despite the report claiming Craven as the final Sony Spider-Man universe, let's go with that movie. Deadline believes that the studio is actually planning to forge ahead after after a reset. However, they may be considering taking a drastic measure following the most recent box office disappointment. According to the rumor, Sony is now seriously considering selling the Spider-Man IP back to Marvel Studios. If this is true, it could allow Marvel to include Spider-Man in any future projects and develop solo Spidey movies featuring all the heroes' foes without any involvement from Sony Pictures. Now, we also just got confirmation, and this is related to this story, that Sony could have used Spider-Man in all of these movies at any point.
Yeah.
But they decided not to because they wanted to create a villain universe without Spider-Man, which truly shows that Sony does not understand the fan base, nor do they want to.
Sony's playing with its toys wrong.
Yeah. They are. Going to the tacos on the table, will Sony finally let Peter come home to the MCU?
All the tacos on the table. I'm going to steal James's tacos, and they're going on the table too.
I guess there go my tacos.
Well, here's the thing is, again,
good thing I agree.
I know, right? Here's the thing is, I always talk about Sony won't do anything that doesn't make sense to their bottom line. And I think they're realizing that if this rumor is like it got any merit, it's mostly just because they tried, they failed. And it's, at this point, they're just like, are we going to continue to lose money making these movies? Or do we just give it back to Marvel because obviously they know how to make money with these?
I think also part of it is because Amy Pascal's not there anymore. And she's the one that made the deal with Feige.
Yeah.
And so the new people are like, well, why do we have to keep this deal, where they're making a better product with one of our characters? So it makes our product look like the straight to video version that it truly is.
Right.
And so it's not only embarrassing them, but it's actually causing them to breaking out my dude. Having them I lost my train of thought, but it was worth it. Thanks, Sandra Betty. No, but
Sandra.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it can be like either they need to sever the deal and Spider-Man's no longer in the MCU, or they need to give it to, like, not give it, but sell it back to Disney or Marvel and get and just get a new IP.
If Sony went the route of we're keeping it, but Marvel can't play with our toys anymore, they would tank that franchise.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think they're just doing risk assessment now.
Yeah, and I think again they've lost so much money on this. Like like you look at how much they spent on Craven.
Yeah.
And the fact that they only got 15 million over the weekend.
Yeah.
Which is their second lowest box office opening take. The lowest.
Oh, definitely. And it wasn't like no, it wasn't. I was going to say, didn't it get like bombed on Rotten Tomato, but I don't think that was it.
It may have gone up. No, it was bombed on Rotten Tomatoes. It only had like an 11%, but I mean, it may have gone up now that more people have seen it. But
if anything, I think it's gonna make Sony look at the deal and be like, what can we do to change this?
Yeah.
And make some money and not lose this IP and bury it because we were terrible at putting content out there. That being said, I think they're gonna try to license the license, like they're licensing it from Marvel, but they're gonna license it back to Marvel and be like, just make our things. Just do our things. Take our things and build something cool. Like build
that
our
would
Lego.
be a smart way to go around it. So apparently the critics have given it 14%.
Oh, okay.
Audience is at 73%. So still not the greatest, but not the worst either.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a really, really low bar to be the worst. Like, I mean, I guess it's a really high bar to be the worst because there's some real stinkers out there.
Madam Web and Morbius, which are in the same universe.
Yeah, I know.
Graveyard have to go see it? Like, isn't that a rule? He has to see all the bad movies?
No, he has to see bad horror movies.
Yeah.
I guess Craven is I guess Craven is a horror movie just in that it's that bad.
That it's horrible.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's not like one of those horror movies that's accidentally funny.
Yeah. It's not
It's a horror of a movie.
Yeah, it's not Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Easy.
A movie that's so bad
Great
it's
movie.
good.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Oh my God, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is
Okay.
yeah, that is 1980s schlock.
Let's keep it going. More baddie news. Hulk-sized baddie rumors coming. Without diving too much into plot spoilers for Captain America: Brave New World, the latest rumor, these details come from the scooper Dan Rickman. The movie for Captain America: Brave New World is said to be 2 hours and 4 minutes long. It also confirmed that there will only be one mid-credit scene. There was a bit in this article about kind of spoiling what the mid-credit scene is, so I took it out because
Yeah.
it doesn't really spoil, but it's also like, well, that's where it's going, so I don't want to I don't want to take that away from people, but it looks kind of interesting. So yeah, Tacos on the table. Will there be future Hulk storylines in the MCU? Which they can't do now because now they have the rights back.
Yeah, they got the rights back.
Did they get the rights back? I thought Universal was still lending them.
No, they should have it back now.
Yeah, no, I think it expired. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, if it expired, that's great. Because I know Namor expired, and that's why they used him in Wakanda Forever.
Mm-hmm.
Because Universal had not done anything with Namor, so that's why they ended up getting those rights back early. But not Captain America. Hulk has had IP that has been licensed through Universal. So like, I don't know if that has anything to do with the licensing deal. But I mean, if the licensing has reverted back to Marvel, I'm all for that because I definitely want to see more standalone Hulk. I want to see a World War Hulk, and I want to see the Hulk fighting Red Hulk. That'd be amazing.
Well, I mean, don't quote me on that. Do your research. But no, I swear I heard something. It was a couple years ago that it had reverted back, and and everybody was so excited because they were like, "Oh, we're gonna get a Hulk movie. We're gonna get a Hulk movie," and then nothing happened. Probably because Ruffalo can't keep a secret. But
like, yeah. I want to see Amadeus Cho. I want to see the Professor. Like, I want to see all the Hulk characters. You know, again, all the variants of the Hulk. Like, I want to see, obviously regular Hulk, Red Hulk, Gray Hulk.
I want Agents of Smash.
Agents of Smash would be amazing. We need that. Like a live action, because Agents of Smash got a cartoon and it was great.
Yes.
With the show, Fred Tatasciore.
My tacos are on the table. I would love to see more Hulk.
My tacos are on the table.
Yeah, I think they're gonna find a way to do more with Hulk because
you don't hire Harrison Ford to change into a giant rage monster if you don't have plans.
Fun fact: the reason, the catalyst reason why Harrison Ford turns into the Red Hulk is because somebody told him that they were bringing Han Solo back.
He said, "Guess what? Ben didn't kill you after all."
And then he turned into the Red Hulk.
That was like a nerd dad joke. All right, let's keep it going.
All right.
Oh, it's me. Sorry, I'm the problem. That's the multiverse's ass right there, baby. We should have had a picture of his ass.
I'm sure I could have found a picture of it had you told me. I would have found a picture for him.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. All right, the version.
Just close your eyes and picture it.
Oh, she does every day.
Yeah, it lives rent free in here, baby. All right, the version of Chris Evans, Steve Rogers in Avengers: Doomsday has reportedly been revealed, and he may not be suiting up as Captain America. Oh, remember I said I think he's going to be Nomad?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just saying. Remember, I did say that. The news comes from trusted Hollywood insider Jeff Snyder, speaking on the Hot Mic podcast with John Roca. Snyder said, "I've heard who the character is. I was having a conversation today, and someone mentioned it. Nomad. Nomad is the alternate identity that Steve Rogers takes on in the 1974's Captain America issue 180. In this storyline, he abandons his Captain America moniker after losing faith in the U.S. government. They kind of did this in Winter Soldier a little bit, started him on that in Winter Soldier, and then Civil War.
Yeah.
Well,
So
Infinity War, he kind of already was Nomad. Like he had.
yeah, I mean that's like the outfit that he's got in the fight. Yeah, it looks very nomad-y.
Right.
But I mean,
Not
it would
OG
be
Nomad
so
with
cool.
the cape and the deep V, but I mean,
No, we don't need that. No, let's not have Disco Rogers, okay? No
Yeah.
Disco Rogers.
Steve, he looked so bad.
It was horrible. So yeah. So I mean, I think it's interesting. I do think they could name him that.
Yeah.
And just kind of go with it, but
I think we need Hydra Steve.
Yeah. Tacos on the table. Will there be no country for nomads? Ass. And Frey's third husband.
100% my tacos are on the table. I think we're going to get a because they never mentioned him being nomad. They just gave him like a new subdued suit in Infinity War, but like the beard and the way his hair was, like it very much screams nomad. Especially because he was kind of like a man without a country at that point, right? He wasn't America's hero at that point. But
go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say, but like nomad is one thing. I do think that the swerve, like if everybody talking about nomad, it's gonna be a multiverse. So that's not to say we're not gonna get Steve Rogers, Agent of Hydra.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and it could be that it's not our Steve Rogers as nomad.
Right.
It could be another Steve Rogers as nomad, and then we also do get a Steve Rogers as Hydra Steve, or Hydra Steve, and
Agent of Hydra.
Yeah, Agent of Hydra. But that's like, but I think him coming back as nomad, I think that is a good like evolution. However they do it, I don't think they're going to make him like old man.
No.
Steve, and they'll do something like he'll come back with Pym, like through Pym particles or something. He'll be like, no, I had to come back because I knew this was going to happen. And then, like he just like, so he comes back and helps him with, I don't know. They'll do some weird shit.
I think
they'll science that shit.
Yeah. I think that whatever universe we have where Tony Stark is Dr. Doom, that universe, Steve Rogers is nomad and he's disavowed the United States, which again, that could also lead into Agent of Hydra. But I mean, like, if we're doing multiverse stuff, we're probably going to get multiple versions of Steve Rogers that aren't our Steve Rogers. It's not our Captain America.
Right.
It's and that's the whole thing is he said that he was done playing Captain America. So it's kind of like the characters that he's playing, I think it's more so because you're challenging him to play a completely different version of that character. And I think he would come back just because that's fun. I
was going to say that would like, if I had played a character like that was so beloved and I'd done it for over a decade.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I really don't want to, go and rehash that. And they're like, no, look, we've got this new twist. You get to do all the cool, like, what if this, what if that, and you get to play that, and you get to play this, that would bring me back. I'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll be Wonder Woman again. Yeah, no problem.
Absolutely.
I'll cut someone's head off. Let's do this.
Yeah, I think they're ending What If, because it's going to end with this season that's coming up in like a few days.
I know.
I think they're going to end What If so they can do something similar in Doomsday, Secret Wars type thing. So it's almost like a What If was like a test version of like, hey, can we introduce these characters and put them on screen again and get that pop? Will the crowds, will the audience be okay with that? And I think the answer is going to be yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
table.
That would be amazing. I think that would be amazing. My like pie in the sky dream is that some of the what if characters that we see, like that we've seen over the 3 seasons, make it to Secret Wars and Doomsday in live action.
Yeah.
How cool would it be to see, Captain Carter?
Yeah.
Versus
or Kahori.
Some kind of Steve Rogers.
I want to see Kahori. Kahori would be amazing live action.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
Yeah.
Or
he's such an OP character though.
Right? Or Hela, the Hela that they met.
Yeah.
The
one in the white costume.
Yeah.
Or Howard the Duck. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly Howard the Duck is getting a movie pretty soon, so I mean, I'm excited for that.
He's also getting a wife.
And
right.
Party Thor.
Party Thor.
Oh my gosh, that'd be good.
Party
How many
Thor
versions of Thor do we need? Because we have 1,000 of them, and they're all amazing.
We'll take them all. Was that our last rumor?
That was our last rumor.
Yeah.
Before we jump into the next thing, so Matt saying Captain Carter deserves justice after that Doctor Strange appearance, and I give you that. They all deserve justice after that. I mean, who needs justice is John Krasinski's Mr. Fantastic. That
and Wanda Maximoff. Let's just face it.
Well,
she deserves justice. She did nothing wrong.
She will get justice because remember we reported in the rumors 2 weeks ago that she's getting her own movie and she's going to be appearing in a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
So,
oh, excuse me. Sorry, frog in my throat.
y'all are crying about Captain Carter and Jim from The Office, but Professor X got his neck snapped.
It's true.
You know how many times Professor X has died over the years?
But it got
I'm numb to it, okay?
Oh, poor Professor X.
Oh man, that just makes me want to go watch that movie again. All right, so that is it for rumors, ladies and gentlemen. Let's jump into this. It is now time to celebrate this part of the show. It's time for the download.
Belarus, the rumors section is over, so you can now join the show again.
Welcome back, Belarus.
Let's get those numbers back up in Belarus.
Okay, tell your dictator you can watch our show again.
Exactly. Everything's okay, Belarus. All right. For all the news, trailers, reactions, check out the Distance Nerdington post on Facebook, which is also in Belarus. Let us know what you're nerding out on. Come talk to us. Let us know your thoughts and feelings on all the trailers. I posted so many trailers, I think, yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
There's 10 different trailers I posted. So tons of new content going on in the Distance Nerdington post. Also available in Belarus. Okay. Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a trailer. DC Studios has released the first poster for James Gunn's Superman, as well as the motion poster that teases Superman's theme tune, twist. Oh my gosh. That teases Superman's theme tune, a twist on John Williams' legendary Superman score. Did you see the motion poster? It was actually
it looks really cool.
I reposted it on our Instagram. So I posted that on our Instagram, and then the other teaser that they did, which was the spinning Superman logo. That basically,
that one was cool too. I saw that. I think I saw that from DC Comics. I think posted that too. Yeah. So
I think I posted something about cats on our Instagram. Sorry,
you did. I saw it.
Yeah, you're doing the Lord's work. So thank you. So speaking of, it's also been confirmed that the trailer will be released on Thursday, 6 a.m. Pacific time. See how they did that? Pacific time.
Because it's the only time zone.
It's the only time zone you guys need to talk about.
It's 8 a.m. my time.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. It's because I live in the future.
You live in the future. So how have you seen the trailer yet?
No.
No. Okay, just checking.
I'm just 2 hours in the future, dude. Come on.
The future is dark. So Superman will launch the
My
movie part of
future is Belarus.
Okay. And we found a name for the episode.
There you go.
And in Belarus. This is going to be the name of the episode.
Superman will launch the movie part of the DC Studios Gods and Monsters Part 1. It's scheduled for a theatrical release July 11th, 2025. Look at they're going to push for like, what is this? This 8-month long marketing campaign. All right. I like this.
Well, I like it. Here's what I would like to change about it. Can we all just agree as a global society that Superman is the first part of the new DC universe? Can we just so that we can stop saying we'll launch the movie part of DC Studios Gods and Monsters Part 1? That is such a mouthful. And I just get bored halfway through saying it.
But it's launching the movie part.
I know it is, but it's
we're
just
already
like,
in.
come on.
We already got
say Superman's the, you know what? Superman movie part.
But see, okay, here's the thing:
he's the gods part. We already got the monsters part.
No, right? Because we're writing, the way that we're writing this in is that it is starting the movie part or whatever, all that. But I mean, technically, James Gunn said that Creature Commandos is what starts the entire universe.
Yeah.
So, and if you're not watching Creature Commandos, you need to be watching Creature Commandos because it is.
You need to consider giving your nerd card up if you're not watching Creature Commandos.
I am so excited for Creature Commandos this week because it's the Weasel episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm so excited for that, and it's going to be Sean Gunn's little episode.
Yeah.
Well, last week's episode was Sean Gunn's episode.
Yeah,
that is a good point. That is a good point. But remember, young Phil Frey, we're going to Gem State next year, and Dave already teased one of the guns may be coming to Idaho.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's Sean,
and it may be the Weasley one, buddy. Yeah.
I can't wait to meet Sean Gunn because Sean Gunn is so cool, dude. He plays so many deep cut nerdy characters. In Suicide Squad, he played Calendar Man. Who expected that?
And Weasel.
Oh, he played Weasel too. But I mean, it's obvious he plays Weasel. But I mean, he's doing mocap for Weasel more than anything, right?
Right. Yeah.
So he got that small little role as Calendar Man, and he was perfect.
Oh, definitely. No, he's just he does them justice. He takes it seriously. He knows what fandoms, how fandoms are. So,
Yeah, and I mean, cool. I'm sure he's just a massive nerd because his brother is also a massive nerd. I mean, look at what he's doing with DC right now. The dude is a nerd extraordinaire with all the deep cut nerdy stuff that he's doing in DC.
Yeah, I'm glad they're doing a long build up to it because they will hype him to God levels.
Yeah.
And that's really what, I think it'll be that kind of, we have to see this, kind of thing.
Also, going back to this, looking at this, when you look at the motion poster, David Cornsweet is dead on Christopher Reeves.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
He has that look, that Christopher Reeves look.
Totally. Even down to his underoos.
Even down to 100%. Even down to the underoos. Guys, let's go ahead. Let's continue on here.
While we're talking DC, last week it was announced that Mike Flanagan's Clayface movie got the green light at DC Studios, and now the movie has a release date. Flanagan, known for Midnight Mass, Haunting at Hill House. Good. Didn't he do Ouija or something like that? Anyway, is writing the movie and he is working with the Batman director Matt Reeves and Lynn Harris as producers. Clayface will morph into theaters September 11th of 2026.
No, of course, it's going to be on September 11th. Let's just do the melting.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I was thinking about this about Mike Flanagan doing this. I think it's actually a really good idea because I've always thought of Clayface as being more like a horror noir type of character. Yeah. And so
his horror sensibilities are really good.
Yeah, and so I was thinking he could really do like a darker horror type thing and like flip it,
Yeah.
like like Mike Flanagan's known to do. And I think, yeah, so I'm more on the positive about this. At first, I was just like, oh, okay, let's see what he does. And now I'm like, you know what? I think this actually could work.
Yeah, he does a lot of suspenseful horror, and I think that would be really good for Clayface.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Clayface should definitely be a horror movie, just because, I mean, it's very tragic what happens to him, how he becomes what he becomes, and then just there is depending on how you play it, there is a massive tragedy to him. Now,
what about his acting?
I was going to say, now, being played by the same guy who does I Am an Actor Theater.
Yeah.
Is it Alan Tudyk?
Alan
Yes.
Tudyk playing Clayface in the movie too.
Oh, that's awesome.
I want to know if Alan Tudyk is if he's going to play a completely different version, because the guy is such a good actor, so versatile.
Mm-hmm.
He'll probably take it more seriously, doing a different version of the character. But I wonder if there's a nod to that version.
Yeah, like you see like an old audition tape of his or something, and it's him being overly dramatic or something.
Right.
That would be really funny. But yeah, so
let's go and move on, James.
I got kids running around, man. They're all over the place. All right, over to some ginger movie news. My kids are not gingers. Just want to clarify. Actor comedian Bill Burr is set to write, direct, and produce a new sports movie titled Born Losers, with Skydance Sports producing the project. It's the first project being developed under Burr's newly formed North Hill production company. Skydance Sports was launched in 2021 and has become a preeminent studio for leagues, teams, athletes, and A-list Hollywood talent seeking to produce premium sports-related content. I think that's kind of cool. They're addressing an audience out there. The first two projects included the Emmy-nominated docuseries Good Rivals and the Golden Globe-nominated Air, which was amazing, both streaming on Prime Video. Is this how we're going to get more comedies back in Hollywood? I hope so. I think that's one thing that's lacking from Hollywood right now, is that they're not taking risks on dark comedies. Like Old School or The Hangover. I think we're missing those types of movies, and I'm hoping Bill Burr being able to create movies. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's more in the indie scene that you're seeing a lot of these comedies, and you're not seeing it in the mainstream anymore. And I mean, hopefully this does kind of bring us back to mainstream comedies.
Or streaming. There's more, I think, quirky comedies on streaming services.
Yeah. So. Absolutely.
But they are more niche.
I dig it.
Yeah.
And Bill Burr has a special coming to Hulu in March, just FYI.
And I'll be watching it on Plus.
There we go.
Any other comments before we move on?
Nope.
Just this one. Ladies! Okay, that's it.
Well, flame on! Joseph Quinn is red hot. Because he is. Joseph Quinn is going to take on the role of George Harrison in director Sam Mendes. I always have to, because I want to say Mendes, it's Mendes. Upcoming Beatles biopic epic, which will span 4 films. It's a lot of films.
It's a lot of Ringo.
Well, I mean,
that is.
It was previously revealed that Paul Mescal from Gladiator 2 will be Paul McCartney. Barry Keoghan. It's hard to remember that's his name. Barry
Keoghan.
Because you want to say Keoghan, it's Barry Keoghan. Will be playing Ringo Starr, and that Harris Dixon is the front runner to play John Lennon. According to Deadline, Quinn has been seen lugging around a guitar as he shoots Fantastic Four in the Human Torch role. Sony Pictures Entertainment, Neil Street Pictures, and Apple Corps are producing the film, and this is the first time that Apple, who handles the Beatles rights, so not Apple as in like the technology company, but Apple, the music rights company, has ever granted a life story and music rights for the scripted feature film, let alone entire series. Or if PWH is also involved, because he is everywhere.
I don't know what that means. Ringo, can you tell me what that means?
Oh man. So no date when Beatlemania will hit theaters.
You don't like impressions?
That's actually pretty good. Except
only Phil
you
is
kind of
allowed to do
sound
the
like
impressions around
you
here.
would be like John Lennon if he were an elephant.
What if John Lennon was an elephant?
Yeah, but no, you can't do it because you don't sound like that.
So you're saying I sound like an elephant?
Yes, like if John Lennon were an elephant.
Is
She
that
said,
an American compliment?
Mine.
I can't believe it's going to be 4 movies.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot that went on in their lives, and there's like, I'm sure they're gonna like break it up by decades, just because there's so much that happens.
Or they'll break it up by POV.
That would be cool too. If
One would be from like John's POV, Paul's. So same incidences.
Ringo, his name's Ringo.
Ringo Starr.
Yeah.
Okay.
From the Beatles to Elvis to 80s serial killers. Austin Butler is set to star in director Luca Guadagnino's new film
You gotta
adaptation.
say it with an Italian accent.
No.
Guadagnino.
Do this with your hand.
Okay. Bret Easton's novel American Psycho. Butler will take on the role of Patrick Bateman,
Pasta primavera.
who was previously played by Christian Bale in the original film released in 2000. The film will not be a remake of the 2000 film, but a new adaptation of the Ellis novel. So no date when the new American Psycho will slay its way into theaters. I think that would be good. I think actually he'll do a really good job with that movie.
Yeah, Austin Butler can melt into anything.
Pretty much, yeah.
Also, Guadagnino could that could almost be Filipino too.
Oh my god.
Italian Filipino, yes.
Yeah, Guadagnino.
Guadagnino.
Are you done?
Now I can't say it without a Italian accent. All
That's
right,
the only thing I can say. Guadagnino.
Guadagnino.
You guys are horrible.
Guadagnino. Okay, get your special sock out, nerds. Actually, I'm gonna let Ryan say it for me.
Get your special sock out, nerds. It's gonna get good.
That's right. Last month, it was announced that Deadpool and Wolverine stars Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are going to reunite with Sean Levy for a new movie. We now have details to share on what that film will be, as Reynolds and Jackman are going to play aging boy band members who reunite post-fame as middle-aged men. And I am so for this. Ryan Reynolds told The Hollywood Reporter a lot of members of boy bands, and there are a lot of them, had managers who left them high and dry. They experienced levels of fame that would be very difficult for anyone to navigate, let alone an adolescent, when you are farming out your self-worth to an audience of screaming people. It creates a kind of arrested cultural development. They're forever associated with that period of time in their lives. This would be about people in their 40s and 50s trying to get their lives back. I think there's something similar, something beautiful about that. No date when the new project will take stage, but I'll let you know. I feel just like a little girl.
Well, that should be good. They'll be funny, and they know each other pretty well. So,
Do they?
Yeah, you know, because they're not best friends,
right? And he doesn't just basically live with them.
right?
It's weird that boy bands are making a comeback. Not like new boy bands, but like
Old school, but
90s.
Yeah,
Old
it's that whole
school
nostalgia
boy
thing.
bands.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, let's talk about Lou Pearlman. That is. Let's talk about specifically the Backstreet Boys, right? Sandra Betty. Let's. You want to talk about the Backstreet Boys?
She likes the Backstreet Boys.
He's a Backstreet Boys super fan.
Oh my gosh, that is good to know.
Backstreet's back.
All right. Dun, 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 dun. I like Matt in the chat said, wait, are we talking about Backstreet?
Matt has his things that he loves, and like he's got no problem talking about them. There you go.
Shape of my heart, my heart, my heart. Sandra said BSB never went away.
Oh,
Okay. All right. Let's get real here. Let's get real. Who had frosted tips back in the day?
Actually, I had frosted tips in middle school.
Same,
there's
I had
no
frosted tips too.
There's no photographic evidence of this either.
What? That's a lie.
No,
I didn't have frosted tips.
Yeah,
but I wasn't. I guess I wasn't a boy, so that.
Matt said, "Damn it, I did." James, did you have frosted tips?
Heck yeah, I had frosted tips. I'll go find some pictures.
Matt said, "I also had blue hair and red hair."
Yeah, bowling shirts, frosted tips. I was living the life.
You all are so young.
I know. All right, we can move on unless you want to say anything else. Otherwise, we're gonna say bye to this story.
Wrong group, but we are talking boy band. So yeah, let's go. Let's move on to the next story.
A frying pan? Who knew? Disney Studios is moving forward with its live-action adaptation of Tangled, with Michael Gracie in talks to direct. Gracie also directed Hugh Jackman's The Greatest Showman, one of the highest-grossing live-action musicals of all time. Tangled is being described as a revival of Disney's 2010 animated feature of the same name, and you can bet that it will tell the exact same story. No date when Tangled will braid its way into theaters to make it the best day ever.
It's the best day ever.
Yeah.
Tangled is so underrated. It is so
I
good.
love that movie.
My only thing is it too soon to be?
No, it was like
it's the same thing with
Moana.
Moana. Like, is it too soon to do a
Moana
live-action movie?
Too much.
Maybe Moana, but I think Tangled. I mean, it's that 2010. That's like 15. That's 15 years.
Yeah,
I guess.
So all the kids that were right there in that age group have now made it to young adult, and they're like, oh, now we can see it in live action.
There you go. I think that's good. And Mandy
Moore.
Moore.
That's going to lead to a live action Frozen just because it's in the same universe.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Mandy Moore had some banger songs.
She did.
On this soundtrack. So good. I love this movie. There's so many like little fun Easter eggs and jokes.
Yeah.
It's one of those Disney movies that's like, oh yeah, it's for kids, but also there's that like little bit of adult humor.
The difference in this movie and the other like more princessy movies is that this movie had wit. It wasn't funny. It was witty. It was a witty movie.
It was witty. It was really good.
Yeah. And there's like all these in jokes and stuff, and the horse, having like the horse not being on Ryder's side, and it's like, okay, yeah, it's just like it was like, it reminded me of Pink Panther and like Clouseau and his manservant that always tries to kill him when he comes home. It just reminded me of that. Like I was like, oh, this is that, but it was just really witty. So I think that's
totally. And they had that, like what Matt's saying in the chat, the animated series, which was actually super good. It was darker. It had a darker tone than the actual movie, so it wasn't like lighthearted, but it was still fun and interesting. And I'm a big fan. I think the kids like watched it, and I like got super into it, and I ended up watching like all of it. So good. So good.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't even know they made an animated series. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I was watching it on HBO, or was starting to watch it on HBO, and Liam was, I don't know, he was young, and he was like, "Mom, I don't want to watch that." And I said, "Okay, we'll go play then." And he was like, "Okay." So he stands by me where he can see the TV, and he just stands there and slowly moves around me and sits down right next to me and proceeds to watch the whole movie with me. And I said nothing. I knew he had done this, and I said nothing. So after it was over, I was like, "That was a really good movie. What did you think?" And he was like, "Yeah, it really was." And I said, "So I guess you did want to watch it after all." He was like, "Shut up."
I got a dream,
Mom.
Yeah, right.
It's a girl movie. I don't want to watch that.
He's gonna be so mad when he watches it.
Why'd you tell that story, Mom?
I'm like, "Oh my God, you did
Like his
it
voice
on the
is still breaking like
show."
that.
Yeah.
You want me to be the bad guy? Fine, I'll be the bad guy. So good. Okay, sorry, I'll keep it going. All right, over to some sitcom news. The classic comedy series Malcolm in the Middle is getting a limited series revival at Disney Plus, and it's also the 25th anniversary.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys watch the show?
I used to watch it when it was on, but I've never watched like from the beginning all the way to the end.
The revival will consist of only 4 episodes with original cast members Frankie Muniz, Bryan Cranston, and Jane Kaczmarek reprising their role as Malcolm and his parents. All right, that's cool. So in the story, Malcolm and his daughter are drawn into the family's chaos when Hal and Lois demand his presence for their 40th wedding anniversary. No date when Malcolm will be in the middle on Disney Plus. I think that's cool that they're doing it as a limited series. Not like let's reboot, let's revive, let's do something. Just let's tell a fun story and be done.
Maybe it'll like spark some memories in Frankie Muniz. So maybe he'll remember the first time he did Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, he has short-term memory loss, so he doesn't remember a lot of that time. Like he talks about how he remembers the feeling, but he doesn't remember a lot of doing it. He didn't he get in a car accident because he went like professional race car driver for a little while.
Yeah.
And I know he always had issues with memory, but like it got accelerated when he got in the accident.
Yeah, he doesn't really remember a lot of it, but
yeah. So now he has like really bad short-term memory loss. He doesn't remember a lot of things.
wow.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
I like it. Malcolm, done.
Yeah.
From sitcom news to sci-fi, we can't silo ourselves.
It's a silo.
Yeah. Uh-huh. The Apple TV Plus sci-fi series Silo has been renewed for seasons 3 and 4, with the show set to end with the 4th season.
Ooh.
Living underground but don't know why, Opsis. Isn't that the plot of Fallout? Synopsis.
Living underground but don't know why, Opsis. Isn't that the plot of Fallout? Synopsis.
Silo is based on Hugh Howey's best-selling Wool novel trilogy. It tells the story of the last 10,000 people on Earth, their mile-deep home protecting them from the toxic and deadly world outside. However, no one knows when or why the silo was built, and any who try to find out face fatal consequences. Silo Season 2 is airing on Apple TV Plus right now.
I think that it is very smart to basically say that they are ending after a certain season, because then you're not drawing out the show and you're focusing on the story. And it's like, this is our entire story.
Right.
And kind of how like Watchmen only got a 1-season run, because they said that we only have enough story for 1 season, and if they bring it back, it's because somebody else wrote it. I like the idea of we have this entire series. It's based on these books. We don't want to go further than that, and it's just these 4 seasons that are going to tell this entire story. So in that way, they're not like they're not doing what what's that show Walking Dead did, where you have like 1,000 seasons that are just adding more and more to the lore, and it starts getting stale after a while.
How dare you?
Like The Simpsons.
It's funny. I read something this morning that somebody said, the greatest show on earth, the Simpsons, it lasted from 1989 to 1997. Everything after that is just fluff. I have caught. Well, I'm catching up. We're on season 2. We haven't caught up to the most current episode, but I'm really liking it. I wasn't really sure after season 1 what they were going to do because of how season 1 ends, and it's been pretty surprising. And everybody that's on it, like the actors, I mean, very well cast. Common is on it, and oh my God, he is being Common all over the place, and it's amazing. Yeah, no, he's a really good actor,
and he does really, really well. It's like, but I do think that they just let him wear his clothes, that they didn't even get like because he's wearing like a turtleneck and a black leather blazer jacket, and it's just like, oh yeah, that's Common.
Which is like regular Common clothes. It's like,
I know, right? I was like, well, they were just like, oh hey, and he was like, I don't need makeup, I don't need hair and makeup.
I'm Common. I don't need.
Yeah, I'm Common.
Okay.
You get Common. You want Common. You get Common.
Okay, Common.
He's like, do you know who I am? Like, I don't.
So this is a good show. You recommend?
Yeah, I do recommend it. It is. It's really good. It's not a happy show.
Right.
Speaking of not happy show, I'm watching. I'm on season 1 of The Lioness on Paramount Plus with Zoe Saldana and Nicole Kidman and Morgan Freeman. It's really good. It's by Taylor Sheridan, actually.
Yeah, I've heard really good things about it. So
recommendation.
I need to watch that. But yeah, I would recommend Silo.
We should do like a recommendation bit.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've done one. We probably should.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
All right, let's keep it going. This one's for all those country folks out there. The Dutton story will continue after the upcoming season finale of Yellowstone Season 5, a spin-off series following Beth and Rip. It's a dude named Rip. Has been confirmed, and Kelly Riley and Cole Hauser have closed deals to return. Unlike Kevin Costner. Do you guys watch the show?
No, but I just think it's so funny that you were just so tickled with yourself by going, not Kevin Costner.
You got to make yourself laugh. Yellowstone mastermind Taylor Sheridan is working on developing the new show, which will also likely feature other cast members from Yellowstone, but not Kevin Costner. And the spinoff will share the most DNA with the mothership of any shows in the Yellowstone universe to date. Now they're calling it a Yellowstone universe. Good Lord.
I mean, there's like 1,000 shows that are based on Yellowstone.
They just announced there's going to be a season 2 of the one, I think it's 1923 with Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't even know they were going to do another season of that. Anyway, are you happy to hear that Dutton story will continue in this Yellowstone spinoff project? Huh? Get your cowboy hat on, everybody. Not Kevin Costner.
Matt said it was a solid burn.
Poor Kevin Costner. Oh, I kind of want to start watching this show. Can somebody watch it with me? No, nobody.
No. Pass.
I don't know. It's one of those shows that I want to start watching just because, like, I don't care that it's like country stuff and all that. Like, if the story is a good story, and like apparently so many people love this that I have to give it at least a chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We're from California, so we all love country out here.
I like
Unlike
cowboy
Oklahoma.
stories. I like old school cowboys.
You're like a cowboy on a steel horse. You ride because you're wanted,
Dead or alive.
dead or alive. Yes.
Matt says, I have learned that if you can't make yourself laugh, good luck on making anyone else laugh.
There you go. See?
Sarah Wong says, you have time now since the Raiders are out of the play.
Oh, that's not making me laugh. Say Wong, that's so rude.
He's just saying,
That was a solid burn.
that
Say
is
Wong, Say Wong has been gone the entire episode.
and he comes
and
back
he
just to burn you about the
He
Raiders.
shows up.
Yeah.
It's like he came up to me and did a crossover and broke my ankles, just like Patrick Mahomes.
He swept the leg. He
see what
swept
he
the
did there?
leg.
See what I did there?
Yeah, I see what you
Take
did.
that, Say Wong.
Wow.
Sweep the leg.
I love saying that. Sweep the leg.
Sweep the leg.
Put him in a body bag.
Oh man. Do we have any other comments on this before we move on?
All my exes live in Texas. I don't know.
This is in Montana, so no, that's not
Something
relevant.
country to say.
It's not relevant. This takes place in Montana, so let's continue on.
All my
All
Fanta
right.
is made in Montana.
All right. All right, Sony, it's time to disappoint us again one last time. During a recent interview with Screen Rant, the film star Jerome was asked where things currently stand with the long delayed sequel, and he confirmed he still hasn't been called in to record any lines. It was reported that Sony Pictures has scrapped most of Beyond the Spider-Verse for creative reasons. Also, that the film is unlikely to release before 2027. Beyond the Spider-Verse was originally set for March 29, 2024, but it was taken off the release calendar, and it currently has no new release date. This is upsetting, considering where they left off. And it's like, did you guys not know? Or is it Sony that's destroying this? Or did oh god, who are the writers?
Lord and Miller.
Lord and Miller. Did Lord and Miller just say, you know what? We don't like the way that this went. Like, if this is a Lord and Miller decision, then I'm okay with it, because it's like, hey, we're gonna come up with something better, right?
Yeah.
But if this is Sony putting their hands into it and messing with things, it's like, this is the one good Spider-Man property you guys have made. Stop fucking with it.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. This
Leave
is
it
like,
alone.
this is the one shining example in your whole tenure in charge of spider things, and you're FAFOing it.
It's so funny that like the best and the worst of pop culture, comic book storytelling, both the best and the worst are being done by Sony. Is that weird? It's weird.
I know, right? Like, the worst Spider-Man movies are coming out of Sony, but then the best depiction of Spider-Man generally is also coming from Sony.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So crazy. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. It's something, I know there was some weird thing about like labor, the animators, labor laws and all that stuff. And pushing them. What is that called when they push like animators and programmers?
Crunch.
The crunch. I know there was some crunch, but I haven't heard anything more about what's happening in the progress of the movie. I think it has to do with the storyline more than anything else. But how do you get this far into this detailed of a 3-episode or 3-movie arc story and not know what's going to happen, or having to keep rewriting the ending?
Well, like I think Lord and Miller probably had an entire like story arc for this. I wouldn't be surprised if, with the way that they write their stories, I wouldn't be surprised if they kill off Miles at the end, and that just pissed off Sony.
Yeah. I could see that.
Like, say they kill,
Or they kill off Spider-Gwen.
right? Like, I feel like that's what's going on with Sony, is like, they're like, okay, we're like Lord and Miller are like, in order to fulfill this storyline, Miles has to die, and then or Gwen has to die, or someone important dies in the third movie, right? Even remember, we have Miles as the Prowler. So say Miles kills Gwen Stacy, and that throws
Prowler Miles.
Yeah. And that throws Miles over the edge, and Miles basically has to kill Miles.
Right.
But like he essentially kills the Prowler version of himself.
Right.
Especially because remember at the end of the last movie, they basically confirmed that his dad has to die in order for him to evolve, and he's trying to save his dad. So I mean, like, there's so much that's going on that they left it off with.
There's so many threads that need to be tied up.
Right, but I think that a lot of that is really just Sony saying, "Nope, you can't do that because this is not what we want, because we want to be able to make more money with this franchise rather than you guys ending the franchise." Third movie.
I could see that. I hope it gets figured out soon because I love these movies. Like, I don't really buy movies anymore. I wait for them on streaming. I went out and bought these movies. I love them.
Yeah, it would be very upsetting if this went the route of The Force Unleashed, and we just never got the third installment.
Yeah,
because the Force Unleashed games were amazing, and when Lucas sold the rights to the games, they canceled the entire series, and we never got a third game.
Yeah, and it definitely was a trilogy.
Yeah, well, they ended it with Starkiller capturing Vader and in his custody, right? So it's like, they never finished the storyline. They said that they were going to do a comic book, and it never happened because Lucas didn't sanction it, so they didn't want to end that storyline. But I mean, like, if this goes the same route, because Sony's like, well, we're just going to sell Spider-Man back to Disney, and for some reason Disney doesn't decide to finish it, and Sony screws this up, and we don't get the conclusion to such a good story, it just further makes me hate Sony and just like need to give this up, because you guys don't know what you're doing. All you're doing is just pissing people off.
Yeah.
Hashtag free Spider-Man.
Hashtag free Spider-Man. And if Sony does sell Spider-Man back to Disney, and I would hope that Disney allows Miller story.
Yeah. To like tie it up.
Yeah.
Ready to keep going?
Let's do this.
Jump into the regular news here.
All right. Boots, moving up and down again. Boots. Have you guys seen the trailer for 28 Years Later?
No.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Maybe we should pause the show. Go watch it. So let me get through this, and then you'll go watch the trailer, and you'll get all this, and it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Chilling new trailer for 28 Years Later dropped, and it delivered an unsettling punch that promises an intense and gripping return of the franchise. Super hyped for this. While the trailer offers plenty of intense footage of panic and survivors trying to survive the rage-infected hordes, the true gut punch comes from the eerie audio that accompanies the visuals. It's so cool. I haven't felt this moved by listening to a trailer and watching a trailer than this trailer. It's so cool. Mm-hmm. The trailer features an ominous voice reciting Rudyard Kipling's poem Boots, as read by Taylor Holmes in 1915. Kipling's Boots was originally written to convey the relentless monotony and psychological strain of soldiers marching to war, and it takes a darker resonance here in Ralph Anthony Duran's A Handbook to the Poetry of Rudyard Kipling. It's explained that the first 4 words of each line in Boots should be read slowly at the rate of 2 words a second. This gives the time of which a foot soldier normally marches.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. The trailer disrupts this structure entirely, reflecting the disarray and unpredictability of a world plunged into apocalyptic chaos. But how did we get the rage? I got an answer for you. Ming Chen had a con in Englandopsis, too much Malort synopsis.
What? That is amazing, by the way. But you're gonna have to explain this one to me. Ming Chen had a con in Englandopsis, too much Malort synopsis. Synopsis.
The rage. It started in England from the Malort. It's all Ming Chen's fault.
So drinking a Chicago liquor in England created the rage virus.
Exactly. They don't have the right enzymes in their stomach.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
Too much fish and chips. The synopsis reads, time didn't heal anything. Sometime after the events of 28 weeks later, the rage virus has returned, and a group of survivors must survive in a world ravaged by hordes of the infected. This is also shot on an iPhone 15 Pro Max with the aid of numerous specialized attachments. Cillian Murphy returns as Jim with Aaron Taylor Johnson, Jodie Comer, Jack O'Connell, and Aaron Kellyman and Ralph Fiennes starring in the movie. Pretty cool.
Wow.
28 years later is set to be unleashed in theaters on June 20th, 2025. Thanks, Sony.
Okay, again, I don't hate Sony completely.
I know.
Right? I just hate Spider-Man. Okay? They do great movies. They do great shows. There are so many shows that they've done that are amazing, right?
Boots.
Yeah, like there's a lot that they do right. There's just so much more that they do wrong when it comes to fucking Marvel.
Yeah. No, just Spider-Man. Not even Marvel, just Spider-Man. Because that's the only thing they have is Spider-Man.
Boots
with the fur.
Boots with the fur. Boots. You guys are, while we're editing, when we talk about the show, right after the show wraps, I'm going to make you watch the trailer.
All right.
I was wondering if we should just bring back trailer reactions.
And get taken down in Belarus? How dare you?
How could you do that to Belarus?
Yeah, the Belarusians are just so upset with us. Anyways, let's continue on. Let's brighten the mood. Let's talk sick kids.
Oh, that's sad.
I don't know if you guys saw this whole trailer that's going on, this whole thing that they did, but it's amazing. Ryan Reynolds is back as Deadpool in a new promotional video for Sick Kids. It's the name of the organization is Sick Kids. And in it, he teams up with Kidpool, who is his daughter, Inez. Does he say Inez?
Inez. It's Inez.
Yeah, Inez Reynolds. Inez Reynolds and Wonder Woman series star Linda Carter.
Yeah.
So you're excited about this, Jen.
I saw it.
To help eliminate sick kids, or eliminate the sickness from kids.
Eliminate sick kids.
I love in the video, he goes, we're gonna eliminate sick kids. And she goes, his daughter looks at him and goes, that's dark. He goes, I mean, eliminate sickness from kids. We're not killing kids. The video comes from Reynolds and Maximum Effort's annual Christmas campaign in support of the Hospital for Sick Children, aka Sick Kids, and it finds Deadpool and Kidpool commandeering Santa's sleigh to deliver gifts. When Kidpool asks what they should do next, Deadpool suggests it's time to tackle childhood sickness. When Deadpool acknowledges that they might be too R-rated for the task, Linda Carter shows up, who is a much more wholesome representative. Learn more about Sick Kids on their official website. And if you donate through this link, we'll put the link up in the chat. Before midnight on December 24th, Reynolds and Blake Lively will match the contribution up to $500,000. So that's pretty awesome of them.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And it's the sweater.
I love that she starts doing the spin and he gets so excited about it, right? He's just like, she's gonna do it, and then she spins and she's got an ugly sweater instead of turning into one.
No, but that's the sweater. Like each year, like they would have it's the sweater that Hugh Jackman wore one year.
Yeah.
And like Ryan Reynolds wore. So it's that. That's how it started, and now it's just become this. So
that's funny.
Was that the sweater that he wore in the it was like 3 years ago? He did like a Cord commercial.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
In the video. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That sweater's infamous.
Yeah, so it's like that sweater has its own backstory, so
I love it.
and origin story, I'm sure. More nerd news. I could do this all day. Not long after it was reported that Chris Evans will return to the role of Steve Rogers in Avengers Doomsday, it's been announced that Hallie Atwell has joined the project and will reprise her role as Peggy Carter. Avengers Doomsday is being directed by Joe and Anthony Russo, and it arrives on May 1st, 2026.
That may have been the most New Jersey Italian thing you've ever said. Anthony Russo.
Anthony Russo.
Anthony Russo.
Yeah. Joe and Anthony.
Joe and Anthony.
Yeah.
Joey.
Hey, Joey.
Joey.
Joey, go get Anthony.
Where's your brother?
Mom wants him.
Joey, where's your brother? Go get Anthony, huh?
Got a Doomsday over here.
Can't wait that long. Then Marvel's What If final season debuts on Disney Plus on December 22nd. Are you guys planning on watching that?
Absolutely. I love What
Yeah.
If. It's such a good show.
Is it going to be
season? Like, definitely.
Are they going to do that release window again where it's like one episode?
One a day. I
Okay.
couldn't remember if they were doing that or not.
I think they are.
I'd have to check, but
I think they are. Yeah, I'm super into this.
so do you guys think she's going to be just Peggy Carter, or do you think she's going to be Captain Carter?
I think she's going to be Captain Carter. If they're doing multiple universes, she's definitely going to be Captain Carter.
I'd really love her to be Captain Carter from What If. I really want that to happen.
Yeah.
Because that Captain Carter has seen some shit.
She definitely has.
And has some really unique experiences to draw from.
Ooh, okay. Hot take. What if, and I didn't mean to pun that, but what if we get Peggy Carter as Captain Carter, but she brings in Captain Britain? And that's how we introduce to Captain Britain.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. And what if like they're holding it so close to the chest that we don't know who's cast and who's playing the character?
Yeah.
And show up on screen. Like that would be like
and then we realize that it's actually Brett Goldstein.
That would be cool, but like Brett Goldstein's already playing.
I know. I was kidding. I'm kidding.
Hercules.
Yeah, so I mean, like, and Hercules does play a bigger role in the universe at large. So I mean,
yeah, no, I was kidding about that. I for some reason it popped right in my head. I'm Brett Goldstein. For him just going like the first thing Captain Britain says is "fuck."
fuck.
What if they introduce Captain Britain and it's played by an American actor? Because
Ooh,
all the
what a twist.
British actors took over all these roles. Everybody's British.
The only American actor that has a decent British accent as far as like men goes is like Johnny Depp.
No.
That would not.
No. Let's just move on.
He's too skinny to play Captain Britain, but
Let's move on.
But while you were saying what you're saying about Captain Carter, I do enjoy the what if journey of Captain Carter.
Yeah, I really appreciate that they made that, because they could have just made it an anthology where it's just like what if this, what if that, and it's one episode or two episodes, however many that they needed. But
and that that's how they sold it in the beginning. It's all these anthology stories, but then they weaved it together.
Yeah, and like made a through line, and I'm just like, I love that the B story through line is what really kept me coming back to it. So I really appreciated that layer. So yeah,
and we appreciate you.
So James, I've got to say that I am truly jealous right now. Christina Kelly just popped into our chat on Instagram.
Oh, what's up, Christina Kelly?
He specifically said, "Hi, James. I hope you're well."
Right. That's right. Shout out to Christina Kelly. Such a good voice actress. Where was it? Reno? Where
Yeah,
did we interview Reno?
it was Reno, and I remember I remember having the conversation with her and her being like, us telling her that, yeah, no, it's gonna be a good interview. We're gonna have fun. She's like, yeah, I'll be the judge of that. We'll see.
That's right.
Right. And I was like, no, we do a lot of research. She said, everybody says that. And then we did the interview, and she was like, no, you guys do a lot of research. Really good.
She's a tough cookie. I like her.
I love that we cracked that though, and she was just like, she was so skeptical coming on stage, and then we like proved everything about us, and she was just like, no, you guys are great. She was like, all that was good.
We got to work on getting her out to more cons.
Yeah,
like SAC Anime, Stockton Con.
SAC Anime would be perfect for her.
Yeah, there's so many voice actors there already. Be perfect. Okay,
but she's been in so many major
awesome.
IPs too. So shout out to Christina Kelly. So moving on, this last story that we got here.
Who got it?
The Man Without Fear, now with more darkness.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
darker.
During yeah, I like my men like I like my coffee dark.
Dark, bitter, and ready
Charlie Cox.
And
what?
Blind you. You're ready to blind you.
Oh man. Okay. Look, it's Bane. All right. During AEW's new preview of Daredevil Born Again, Charlie Cox built more hype about staying true to the original series, saying the thing that we kept talking about was this show has had the success that it's had and has appealed to a very specific demographic because it's one of the few superhero shows that is so dark and sinister at times. Vincent and I both felt like if you lose that, you're at risk of losing the identity of our show. So we really pushed for the show to remain geared towards an older audience and not dumbed down to kind of capture a wider net of people. I think in some ways it's even darker than a lot of the stuff we've done in the past. According to showrunner Dario Scarpapane.
Scarpapane.
It's Belarusian.
Marvel's take on Daredevil was initially going to be more of a legal procedural, focusing more on Matt Murdock's work as a lawyer and how that life operated alongside his work as a vigilante. But Cox and D'Onofrio pushed to take the series to something similar to what the show had been over at Netflix.
I appreciate that.
Scarpapane said it had been conceived as more of a legal procedural, and we really brought it back towards an action-based New York crime story. The real trick was to have the DNA of the old Netflix show, but then push it forward into something very new. Daredevil Born Again is currently, being developed by directors Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, who worked on both Moon Knight and Loki. Yeah, didn't they do the last season of Loki?
Yeah.
And that's like really one of the highest rated seasons of streaming.
Yeah.
Like right behind Agatha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. So good.
Yeah. The series also stars Deborah Ann Woll as Karen Page, Eldon Henson as Foggy Nelson, John Barenthal as Frank Castle / Punisher, and Aliette Zura as Vanessa Mariana Fisk. Daredevil Born Again is set to arrive on Disney Plus on March 4th, 2025. That's right around the corner.
I'm so excited for this just because we never got a conclusion to the series. Everybody did more, and when they said that they were doing Born Again and it's going to be a entirely new story and it's not going to have any ties to the Netflix series and it's going to be a courtroom procedural, I was like, I don't know if I want this.
Right. And then it was like a month later, they were like, hey, we got Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio on board. Oh, and guess what? We're actually going to go back to what the Netflix series was. And we're just going to, dial it up to 11. And I was like
4 months. Yeah, it was almost like 4 months after because they had filmed the entire show and then they said, this is not working. And they went and refilmed new scenes and they said that we're getting rid of stuff. And then when they started announcing that all of the original cast was coming back,
Yeah.
It was like, oh, okay, so now it's becoming kind of a multiverse thing. And then it was probably like a couple of months ago where they said, no, it is basically season was it season 5 or season 6?
Season 4.
Season 4.
Yeah.
So it was like they're like, oh yeah, no, it's basically season 4 of the Netflix series. When they made everything, they remade everything canon from the Netflix series and said, no, this all takes place in the MCU officially now. When they moved it over to
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, and they said, yeah, no, this is all official. This is all a part of the universe. Daredevil is what it is, and the show is picking up where it left off. And I was like, that's what we wanted as fans. I didn't want a multiverse version of Charlie Cox's Daredevil. I wanted that Daredevil to be a part of the MCU, and that's what they're doing, and I love that.
Yeah, they better change how he parts his hair then. That's all I'm saying. Because in the Netflix one, he parted his hair in the opposite direction than when he was in the Spider-Man as his lawyer. It was totally opposite. I have pictures to prove it. And so my canon is that Daredevil is a multiverse Daredevil, and this Daredevil is our Daredevil.
I love I'm a really good lawyer.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I honestly only movie I've ever screamed, not once but twice, in the movie theater.
Yeah,
was when I heard his voice and then he caught that brick, and I screamed at the top of my lungs both times, and then stood up and apologized to the whole theater and told them it wouldn't happen again.
And that was the perfect line too. He like grabs the brick right out of the air and he goes, "How'd you do that?" I'm a really good lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
So you're saying his hair's not canon? Is that what
I'm saying? That they didn't look at continuity, and so they parted his hair in the opposite direction. And so now that has created a paradox and time vortex.
Maybe he just can't see which way his hair's being parted.
But that's why it's always gonna be the same, because that's how he trained himself to do it. Like blind people, because they can't see, they have a routine.
Blind
on what
people
they
can't
do.
see. Do not put blind people in a box like that. Some blind people can see. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I can see.
Compared.
We got merch, people.
That was
people.
extremely awkward.
That's when we do our best work. Awkward. We got merch, people. You
That's
excited?
right. Oh, I'm excited. I'm always excited. So tell us about your shirt, James.
Oh, I got a new shirt. Merry Christmas to me. I got the new limited edition black and white. What is that? Black and tan, black and white, Oreo cookie. Distance Nerding logo shirt. Oh yeah.
He's feeling himself right now.
Oh yeah, you can't.
It
see my
looks
hip.
like it's like a color your own shirt. Like you colored the.
That would be so cool if we had those.
Yeah, like you can color it in.
I mean, you can color your own shirts if you want to, as long as you buy it, and that's fine with me. Do whatever you got to do. Color them up.
Or the white part, like where the lightning bolt is, that could be where you guys sign it.
I mean, yeah.
If anybody ever wanted our signatures.
I'll sign my own shirt that way.
Except on a cease and desist letter.
That's
I'll
right.
sign my own shirt.
Remember, Belarus is ready to send us a cease and desist. They already have. So
I'll you cowards!
Belarus a shirt. I'll send Belarus one shirt.
Yeah,
one shirt.
The entire country of Belarus gets one shirt.
One shirt. They have to share.
Until then, we do have shirts. We have the Distance Nerding logo shirt, the black shirt, the charcoal gray character shirt. If you want those, all you got to do is DM us at Distance Nerding. Tell us what size, how many you're looking for. Get them for Christmas, get them for Hanukkah, get them from Kwanzaa. do all the
Get them
things.
for Yule, solstice.
Yule and solstice and yes, all the things. So
All
they're
of those
$20 bucks or 25 if we gotta ship it to you. So just message us at Distance Nerding. We'll make sure to hook you up.
Exactly.
It is awesome.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on and talk about our schedule because we've got one. That's right. We've got one on Tuesdays. The download, the show you're watching right now from 6:30 to 8:30. On Thursdays and Fridays, we do the build. On Thursdays from 6 to 8, and on Fridays from 6 to 7, we do a slightly shorter show. I'm saying shirt because everybody's talking about shirts in the chat right now. A slightly shorter show on Fridays. This week's guests, because we do have guests on this week, guys. This week's guests on Thursday, we have Lilia Deutschnova, who is the director and writer of the film The Haunting of Hollywood.
Ooh.
That is going to be a fun show that we're going to do there. And then on Friday, we're interviewing Motoki Tomatsu, who is the creator of Kiva. And it is I love the concept of his book. It is a post-apocalyptic like world, right? So it's like the apocalypse happened, but
Yeah.
the story is through the point of view of the dogs.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I love.
Is it like that Isle of Dogs movie?
Is the Isle of Dogs movie just dogs in the apocalypse?
It was like they shipped all these dogs to an island, and then they sent this kid there to for some reason to pick up something they needed to go to the island for some reason. I want to say, I don't know that it was Wes Anderson. Who's the other one that does weird stuff? Like the Fabulous Mr. Fox. Who did that?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, it was like Edgar Wright. No.
I think no, it's not Edgar Wright.
Somebody like that. Anyway.
But yeah,
but it's so sad and it's so beautiful. But it's
this story is more so like, you see people in the background and there's like people there, like the owners and everything like that. But it's like the point of view of like what the dogs are dealing with in the apocalypse and how they're communicating in the apocalypse and everything like that. So it's kind of a cool story as far as like the way you look, like you look at it. Because the story is called Kiva. It's about the dog.
Is it the dog named Kiva?
The dog's name is Kiva. And
see, I have a detective brain.
And basically it's his interactions with other dogs, and like they fight a wolf at some points. I've seen the preview. I've actually got to finish reading the book, but it's actually pretty cool. Like the story that Motoki sent over to us. So
that's awesome.
Awesome.
So that's going to be our schedule this week. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Lilia Deutschnova, the creator of The Haunting of Hollywood, which will be on Amazon Prime, and then Motoki Tomatsu, the creator of Kiva, on Friday. So check that out. It's going to be a fun show. Well, both of them will be fun shows, but good conversations. Again, I always love talking with creative people, and Matt also enjoys talking with creative people. And I know this is an excuse for him to watch a horror movie, so I did it.
So, fantastic. That's going to be amazing. Are we doing a show next week and the week after?
Next week.
Sorry.
So
pushing in a segue.
Yeah, giving us the segue for the schedule. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will not be doing the download for the next 2 weeks. So, mainly because they fall on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. So
we all want to drink.
We all want to drink. James has been forbidden from doing a show. So,
oh, well,
do?
us women named Jennifer.
No, that's not it. But I'm just
all you aquariums.
Aquariums.
Aquarii. But yes, we aren't going to be doing a show on the 24th or the 31st, but we will be doing shows on the 26th and the 27th. The 26th, there's no guests on the 26th, but on the 26th, we're going to be doing our holiday special. So, I don't know if James is going to be there or not, but at least Shadu, myself, Graveyard, and Jen will be there doing a holiday special.
Is that a Thursday?
It's a Thursday. He might be able to swing it. And the 27th, we're going to be doing Jeopardy.
Yes, nerdy.
Okay, I'm debating on do we call it Nerdperdy in I was going to say in honor of our friends over at
Average Nerds.
Average Nerds, given that Average Nerds they're not doing the show anymore.
We should probably ask.
I was going to say, should we ask permission?
Maybe we should ask. We'll talk to Av. I think Av's in the Philippines right now, but we'll ask. We can ask.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that?
I can hear her.
Yeah, that's my dog snoring. That's Proxy.
But the reason I haven't we went in our chats, I haven't been no, we can't call it Nerdperdy is because Average Nerds has a segment called Nerdperdy. And the thing is I don't want to steal their segment, right? But I mean, if they're cool with us using the name, then we'll call it Nerdperdy. But as of now we're doing Nerd Jeopardy on.
I thought we were doing Jep Nerdy.
Jep Nerdy. I mean,
yeah,
that's not bad.
Jep Nerdy.
We can do Jep Nerdy.
Or Jep Nordy.
Jep Nordy and have the Nords in there. And then, of course, first week of January, guys, we don't have any guests lined up for the 2nd. Oh, we don't have anybody for the 2nd or the 3rd. So, I mean, we might just be doing more.
Okay, good to know. Because the conversation we were talking about earlier with the artist that messaged us and messaged Vigilante Vibes podcast.
Yeah.
Arthur Ibuyan.
Yeah.
I think he's looking to get on the shows because he has a Kickstarter coming up in January.
Oh,
so that may be perfect timing to bring on.
I'll probably message him tonight and let him know that we have the 2nd and 3rd available. So
yeah, he has a Kickstarter for California Inc., his book that's going to be coming out.
Okay,
cool.
Might see if he's available on the Thursday because in that way we can have a longer conversation. So, all right. Well, that's it for our schedule at the moment, guys. Again, for the moment, I am working on Mondays. So for the foreseeable future, we still don't have game streams. So
that's all right.
Yeah.
It happens.
I have been playing. I started playing Star Wars Outlaws again because they just did an update that they changed it so you don't have to do as much stealth in the game, because before that made it really hard because you had to everything was stealth and you could get caught for any minor thing in the game.
Yeah.
And that kind of took away from the fun. So they changed it and made it so that you don't have to do stealth the entire game now. And it didn't make it super easy, but it did make it where you're not failing immediately because you got caught. If you get in a fight, you get in a fight.
Right.
If you survive, you survive. So I've actually gotten a lot farther in the game, and it's gotten a lot better. There are a lot of extra unnecessary things like how Ubisoft tends to do with all their open world games, but the story's pretty good so far.
That's cool.
Everybody complaining about how much they hate that game. I don't understand it because it's actually a good game.
All right.
Cool.
Okay.
Maybe I will try and find some time to stream it next time I'm playing it, just because I play it so. I play it at short intervals of time, and I'm trying to just maximize my play time with it because I don't get much though.
Oh, okay.
I
mean, we're not holding a gun to your head or anything.
No, but I'm saying a lot of people have said that they miss the game streams, so it's I kind of feel bad because I should be streaming that stuff, but
maybe you should quit your job, dude.
Yeah, maybe I should quit my job. Just do that.
Dude,
just lose my house.
Who do you care more about, dude?
Yeah.
Rah.
You're always so selfish.
Rah.
All right. Well, let's talk pluggables here. Frey, Shadu's not here to do your pluggables, so you got to do your own.
I don't have plugs. This is all natural. right. Hi, guys. I am Jennifer, aka Frey Girl, and you can find me on my own YouTube channel called Frey Girl. I'm also pretty much everywhere at Frey Comics. I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, Blue Sky. I'm not on X or Twitter or whatever the hell it's called. I just couldn't deal with that toxicity. So I just cut it out of my life and it was fun. Very fun. But yeah, that's me. I do a show called Classified. We take your favorite fandoms, classify them into Dungeons and Dragons classes. We also have a sister show called Journals of the Classes. So if you don't know about Dungeons and Dragons classes, you can actually watch all of those. And we talk about each class and all the subclasses. And yeah, and then you can go back and comment on our classified videos and tell us why we're completely wrong with how we classified all of your favorite characters. So, but yeah, that's me. Yeah, I'm here on Tuesdays, sometimes Fridays.
Hooray.
Awesome. Where's my mouse? I can't find my mouse. All right, there it goes.
Hey, pseudo.
I was just gonna settle back in and just look at the camera awkwardly.
Hey, pseudo breaking news. It looks like Deadline is confirming they're moving forward with Black Panther 3. We'll have to talk about that more later. But the big news out of Disney, right? Confirmed. This is from Disney. They're doing a Bluey movie.
What the Bluey?
Bluey movie, y'all.
So what? It's gonna be 26 minutes long.
I can sense your irony in your voice. And I will let it pass because I'm so
most
excited.
Exciting thing of all time. Live action Bluey, and James is ready for it.
I'm all for it. That's gonna be awesome.
It's got to be a musical.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, let's do it.
And all of the
Everybody said we-
Hemsworths have to be in it. All of the Hemsworth brothers have to be in it.
Yeah, bring them all.
And Dave Bautista.
Sure.
Is Dave Bautista playing a 4-year-old puppy named Bluey?
No, Dave Bautista is going to play the Cruella de Vil part where she's going to try to steal Bluey from Bluey's home.
Bluey is kidnapped.
Yeah.
Why?
And then Key and Peele are going to come and they're going to go and get Bluey, a la Keanu style.
God. It's just going to be like the most terrible action movie ever.
I'm sorry. Keanu is like one of my favorite like comedy action movies. I love it.
It's the Expendables, but Bluey characters.
Exactly. And they're all played by Muppets except for Dave Bautista.
Oh my God. That needs to happen. That needs to happen. Okay. Jahmez, let's transition here, sir.
Let's make it happen. Sorry, Bluey. Have something you want to discuss, like Bluey? Tell us what you're nerding out on and make sure to let us know in the Facebook group, The Distance Nerdington Post.
Hey, guys, guess what? You want to support Distance Nerding? The best way you can do that is heading over to distancenerding.com and going to the top and hitting that big blue button that says buy us a taco, because ladies and gentlemen, you can join the taco party. Join the taco party. Oh. Join the taco party, ladies and gentlemen. Help support us over at Distance Nerding. It helps us do more events and get more prizes so we can give more stuff away, because we want to give stuff away, guys. I haven't given things away in a while, and I'm itching to give things away to all you guys out there. So with that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us on all the social media places, all the places that exist. If it's out there, we are on it. And that is basically it now. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm never calling it X. Twitch, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, Discord, MySpace, Vine, GeoCities, Friendster, Second Life, AIM, Farmers Only, Christian Mingle. Before I even get into the last one, we're on Blue Sky now. So guys, follow us on Blue Sky. I've actually been fairly active on Blue Sky. And it's been fun because we're meeting a lot of nerdy people. OnlyFans, it's only pictures of Aaron Watson's feet and handles, the beard, and of course, Jahmez's glasses, just judging you, sitting there on the table, judging everything that you say, do, whatever it is, as well as everything she does for money. Remember, 3 penny opera. So all you got to remember is the 3 penny opera.
I'm gonna have to Google that.
What if, do not Google 3 penny opera.
You'll be highly disappointed.
You're going to be very disappointed. It's not what you think it is. And
Yeah.
that, I mean, it's not anything sexual at all.
No,
Hey,
it's really not.
Alexa, what's 3 penny opera? And it's like, she just explains, it's an opera that you pay 3 pennies for. God, that's disappointing.
Popular in the early 1900s.
8-Bit Torrent, we appreciate you as well in the chat here. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like us to break up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, pet, schoolyard bully, annoying neighbor, or just tell us how much you enjoy us, hate us, or wish the internet would consume us completely and spit us out at the feet of both Bingo and Bluey, you can send us an email at disc.
But you know,
Yay!
to answer Sandra Betty's question, what happens is, so Bingo adopts an old French assassin to go after the people who kidnapped Bluey.
Yeah.
So you've got the key. Huh?
Who is a French poodle?
Who is a French poodle?
The French assassin needs to be a French poodle.
Yes. Anyway, so they go to save Bluey, and Key and Peele are also going to save Bluey. Now Key and Peele have hijinks to do that, but Bingo is changed forever and has an existential crisis, and that's what sets up the sequel.
Yeah. So Bingo's just she's just a broken girl of herself.
Yes, and then they have to bring her back out to
Right.
her normal Bingo self.
Who plays Dad?
Who
James.
plays Dad? James.
James. Who plays Dad?
Thank you.
James.
Keep learning together.
No, I said who plays Dad? James.
What do you mean? Who plays his dad? Like the
No,
actor?
no. Who? No. In the live action Bluey, who plays Dad?
Hugh Jackman. That's what 8-Bit.
Yeah, you need somebody Australian. It's got to be Hugh
Hugh
Jackman.
Jackman. Hugh Jackman. Who plays Mom?
Nicole Kidman. Are
Okay.
there any
Oh
other
no,
Australians?
Daniel Craig should play the dad.
Oh, he's gritty. I like that.
And then who plays Bluey? Who plays Bingo?
I don't know any more Australian actors and actresses besides the Wiggles.
So the Wiggles play. Are there female Wiggles?
Yeah, there's a I think the yellow.
Oh,
Wiggle?
Gigi Edgley. Gigi Edgley.
Gigi, there you go.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Gigi
There you
Gigi
go.
gets to play. Does Gigi play Bingo or does Gigi play Bluey?
She seems like a Bingo. No, she seems like a Bluey. She's definitely a Bluey.
I think she would be a Bluey because Bluey's a little bit more mischievous.
Yes. she's
And
definitely-
so yeah, and Gigi's got that mischievous down.
So
Oh, Claudia, what about Claudia Black?
well, 8-Bit Torrent said Margot Robbie.
Oh, Margot Robbie.
Wait, she's
Margot Robbie.
Australian?
She's Australian.
yeah.
Margot Robbie plays.
When
Bluey.
did she move? Wasn't she
Mhm.
American?
No, she's never been American. She
Stop.
has good American accents.
Stop.
Yeah, she just does really well with accents.
She actually has done a couple movies with her actual Australian accent.
Yep.
Barbie is not Australian. Stop.
No, she's not. But
Uh,
Margot Robbie is.
and Sandra Betty says in the sequel, Muffin comes out and all hell breaks loose.
Yep.
Oh God! All right, ladies and gentlemen, Ints Nerding at AOL.com. That was all the bridge between Dist and Ints.
Well, you started it.
Your fault.
We need you guys to send us emails about your ideas. Okay, I'm really gonna ask it right now, guys. Give us your ideas on who you think should play each character in a live action Bluey. Send us an email. We will read it next week, I promise.
Yes.
Send us an email that says what 4 actors, so 3 female, 1 male, what 4 would play Mom, Dad, Bluey, and Bingo. And bonus, if you want to give us one, somebody who plays Muffin, we'll do that too.
What about X-23? What was what's that? What's her name? Daphne Keene. Daphne Keene.
Oh yeah, she's
Daphne
also.
Keene, Daphne Keene would play Bluey.
Yeah, and she gets to keep the claws
because Bluey has claws.
Yeah.
Ooh, Margot Robbie could play Mom.
Okay, so then that means that if Margot Robbie's playing Mom, then Nicole Kidman plays Muffin.
No, Nicole Kidman plays a granny.
Isn't Muffin a granny?
No.
Oh yeah, I mean she does play a granny.
I was gonna say, isn't that Mum's mom?
No, the kids dress up as grannies.
Yeah.
And,
okay.
and she does. She's definitely a granny. Are there other Australian actors? What about Tom Hardy? Where's Tom Hardy?
Tom Hardy's British.
He is British.
Are you sure?
Yes.
He was in Mad Max. Stop.
Yeah, but he's British.
So was Charlize Theron, but she's not Australian.
She's Australian?
She's
No.
African.
What? No. She's American?
No, she's South African.
What is happening? Are there any American actors anymore?
They're saying Viggo Mortensen should play Dad.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Keisha Castle Hughes, the little girl from the Whale Rider.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh,
No, that movie was like 15 years ago. But we'll take it because that
but
was a
she's
good movie.
Maori, so that works too.
Yeah,
Again, guys, shoot us an email, distancenerding@aol.com. Give us your 5 actors. Give us 5 actors that you guys think should play live action Bluey.
Yeah.
Right? Again, I need Bluey, I need Bingo, I need Mum, I need Dad, and I need Muffin as a bonus. And we will read all your guys' answers next week. Hopefully we get a bunch of emails because I would love to see that. So that being said, James, you're muted.
Thanks, and keep nerding together.
Keep nerding together. Oh, that's what
Taika Waititi.
Chilean Bandit. That's right. Keep nerding together.
Together.
That's right. Bluey. Okay, that's enough from us, ladies and
Rice
gentlemen.
Darby.
Rice Darby. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that is it from us. It is now time for the dance party, and I see James is ready for the dance party. Let's get this going. I love you guys. Bluey!
I think I need a Bluey Pop. Is there Bluey Pop?
Distance nerding.
That's another Australian. Well, he's Kiwi, but still.
Morris in the pocket.
We'll see everybody on Thursday.